now past 60,000 deaths. Imagine that, 60,000 deaths from the coronavirus in this country. You probably remember it was just last week that the president was predicting the total death toll from the virus. It would be 60,000. That would be the total death toll. We are already past that point. There's so many more people in the hospital, many more people who are sick. But as there are more and more cases, over 1,038,000, as deaths pass 60,800, there may be, excuse me, if I can get my mouth to work, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A glimmer of hope, and that's good news. Dr. Anthony Fauci, optimistic about a possible drug treatment for the coronavirus.
The data shows that remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect in diminishing the time to recovery.
Okay, so here's what that means, just from that short soundbite from Dr. Fauci. That means that patients with severe coronavirus infections who took remdesivir could recover faster than patients who didn't take it. A preliminary trial shows that their recovery time went down from 15 to 11 days. It shortened it by about 4 days. It's not a miracle cure, but what's exciting to doctors is that this is the first thing that seems to have an impact on the coronavirus. The New York Times is reporting the FDA plans to announce an emergency use authorization for the drug. That, as the Trump administration is launching a project to speed up the development of a potential coronavirus vaccine with the goal of manufacturing hundreds of millions of doses by the end of the year. But there's no vaccine yet, though there are projects in the works around the world. All of this just proves that we need more testing. We need to know how far this virus has spread. We need to know how many Americans are at risk. That's obvious to everybody. Well, maybe not everybody.
If we do 2 million tests, they said, how come you didn't do 3? Well, we do 3, and then they say, how come you didn't do 4? That's like a dream for the media. But we've done incredible with testing, and you'll see over the next coming weeks, Mike, you may want to speak about that a little bit, but over the next coming weeks, you'll see some astonishing numbers. I don't know that all of that's even necessary.
So he's president, and the president doesn't know if all of that testing is even necessary? Mr. President, with over 60,000 dead Americans, it is necessary. And wasn't it you who made this promise almost 2 months ago?
Anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. They have the tests. And the tests are beautiful.
Okay, he said what he said. Maybe he said what he said today, not because the testing is unnecessary, but because the president has not been able to deliver on his promise. The president is contradicting his own administration's guidance and the advice of experts because he apparently wants to paint a picture of an America that's over the virus and is roaring back. And it's not the first time that he has done an about-face on testing, and it's not even the first time today.
Mr. President, on testing yesterday, you said that we will very soon be testing 5 million people.
Well, I don't know where it
5
came
million.
up.
When you said that.
I'd like to refer to these two people because I don't know where it came up. Everyone kept saying, you said there'd be 5. That was a study that came out. Somebody came out with a study of 5 million people. Do I think we will? I think we will, but I never said it. We're testing millions of people. We're testing more people than any country in the world by far, by double, by much more than double, more than everybody else combined we're testing. But somebody started throwing around 5 million. I didn't say 5 million. Somebody said 5 million. I think it might have been the Harvard report. There was a report from Harvard, and they said 5 million. Well, we will be there, but I didn't say it.
Oh, he said it all right. He said it yesterday.
I hear you saying you're confident you can surpass 5 million tests per day. Is that?
Oh, well, we're going to be there very soon. If you look at the numbers, it could be that we're getting very close. I mean, I don't have the exact numbers. We would have had them if you asked me the same question a little while ago because people with the statistics were there. We're going to be there very soon.
So he said that yesterday. Today, he claims he never said it. And by the way, Admiral Brett Giroir, the top administration official in charge of testing, told Time magazine yesterday, there is no way this country could conduct 5 million tests per day. Quote, there is absolutely no way on Earth, on this planet, or any other planet that we can do 20 million tests a day or even 5 million tests a day. But this president, who famously said, my gut tells me more sometimes than anybody's brain can ever tell me, he just doesn't want to listen to the experts, his own experts. He might even be a little bit jealous of them.
It was a privilege to
And
do
you
so.
told me you were very inspired by these two very famous people over here.
Yes,
They become more famous than me. I'm a little bit jealous.
What was that all about? All of this flip-flopping, all of this ignoring the experts, the people who actually know what they're talking about. It's about a president who thinks that he can just demand that everything go back to the way it was.
I was on the phone with the commissioners and some of the owners of sports, of big-time sports, and he was talking almost like he was going to have 2 or 3 seats in between everybody that was there. And I said, you know, you're not going to have to do that for that long. You know, you're going to be back. He said, really? Oh, really? He was like, I don't want people to get used to this because this virus is going to be gone. And when it's gone, you want to get back to normal. You're not going to have a stadium that's 30% the size of what it was 3 months ago. If I watch Alabama play LSU, I don't want to see 20,000 people instead of 120,000 people. We want it to be the way it was. Now, we've got to wait till it's gone, and it will be gone, and we've done a lot to get rid of it. But we want to open our country. The people want this country open.
Yeah. Let me just say something before I move on with what I had planned here. I've seen so many people out and about lately, not socially distancing, not wearing masks, not following the rules. This is not over. You may think it's over because if you actually pay attention to what's happening in Washington with this administration, not having the briefings, trying to pretending that this is over, because they want to move on to other things. So not having those briefings, that's all part of the plan for you to think that this is over, that we have moved beyond this. People are still dying at alarming rates. Those quarantine orders that are given, they're still in place. There's still orders in most places. So don't get it twisted. Don't sit there and think that this is over because you've been in the house for a long time. That's not so. Think about the people who are giving up their jobs, who have come to New York and other places and are putting their lives on the line and their health on the line. And yet you're out running around and you're getting coffee and you're doing your thing and you're running around to the store without your mask. And I see everybody out on the internet. Every day I come into work. I go between my house. The last 2 weeks, been my house and work. And I see more and more traffic. I don't know where people are essential. I don't know where they're going. But this is not over yet. Until the authorities tell you it's over, then it's over. No more than 10 people that you have been with for the last however many days that you have been in quarantine. That's how it works, people. Why are people sacrificing so much for you to pretend you're doing it, but not really do it? You're putting other people's lives at risk. This is real. Now, this is the fact is for everybody. Everybody wants this country to open. Nobody. I come into an empty building, a giant. I work in a high rise that's, I don't know, 100 stories. I have no idea. I'm probably one of 7 people in this entire building right now. It's lonely. That is not even a big deal. Who cares? But I want to be around people just like you want to be around people. I want my entire staff back. I'm in the studio. There is nobody in here but me. Everybody wants to get back to work, but when it is safe, when the experts tell you it's time to go back to work, It's time to let up off the gas. Do it when the experts, the scientists, the doctors, not when the politicians who are playing political games tell you. The politicians who are listening to the scientists.